Hello, Grand Rapids. Happy New Year. This is your city manager, Mark Washington. So good to be with you in the start of this new year. Lots of things happening in our city. If you were downtown this past weekend, perhaps you've driven on North Monroe and you've seen Prismatica, which is a traveling art collection of 25 prisms that are about 6 feet tall. And I had the opportunity to see it over the weekend in the snow. During the silent disco, by the way. I want to thank DGRI for their promotion of that event. There was over 400 to 500 people, I estimate, that was in attendance, that was having a great time in the middle of the snow, in the middle of the art exhibit, listening to two DJs, depending on what station you were tuned in, and everyone was dancing, and there was no disturbance, no violation of the noise ordinance to our residents downtown. So that's part of the world of winter that we will be experiencing now through the middle of February. There are several events that will be taking place throughout our downtown, and hopefully you will be able to get out and enjoy some of those. Right now, we have Hamilton that is being previewed, the world acclaimed theater play that's going to be at the DeVos Performance Hall there. So please get out and enjoy that, as well as some of the other shows that are at DeVos Place to include. I had a chance to visit the home show this past weekend, the car show's upcoming, and there are several others that are taking place during this show season. And of course, as always, feel free to get out and enjoy ice skating at Rosa Parks Circle. I want to thank our winter employee crews that responded over the past weekend. As always, our snowplow crews do a fantastic job of making sure the roadways are clear and are passable. So I want to thank them for their work. We had quite a bit of snow this past weekend, over 12 inches, I believe, when you look at the collective amount over the weekend. 10 to 12 inches is what I was told. They did an awesome job of clearing the roads. Please make sure that you participate and encourage your neighbors and friends to take part in Census Day, which is approaching April 1st, 2020, and that's very important for the city of Grand Rapids, as the census has a lot of implications on electoral representation at the federal and state and local level, but also on funding and what kind of funds that we're able to receive for transit, transportation, housing, school, education, healthcare. So we estimate that one person counted can result in our area getting over $18,000 over the 10-year period. So please encourage your neighbors and your friends, colleagues, and family members to participate in the census. If you're downtown, perhaps you've seen the autonomous shuttles that have been circulating around the Dash route. I recently received a report that we are getting on average about 8,000 to 9,000 participants each month participating in an autonomous shuttle. And that is an additional way of creating mobility options around downtown. The basic way is walking, and we are focusing on trying to make sure that our community is walkable year-round. And so getting good reports about the pilot snow removal, sidewalk snow removal program. We'll have some more data and information to share shortly, but we've just launched that this year, January 1st of 2020. Also, your city commission was real busy at the last commission meeting. We heard the report on the Equitable Economic Development and Mobility Plan. I want to thank our staff from the Economic Development Department and Mobile GR for their leadership, as well as the community for really partnering with the staff and helping us to co-create a plan that helps us focus on economic expansion and growth, but doing it in a responsible way, doing it in an equitable way to ensure that all segments of our economy is prospering and all people within our community is part of that prosperity. We have a lot of great projects that are happening throughout our community. This past commission meeting, the commission approved the mixed-use development at 22 Ottawa that promises to be with the city selling its portion of land to the developer, a 24-story high-rise that will be mixed use, mixed income, and there will be some affordable housing that will be part of that development. Up to 10 to 20% of the units will be affordable at 80% AMI level. Also, there will be apartments, over 100 units of apartments, and 5 stories of parking within the development. And that will connect to the city's ramp near Ottawa and Fulton. So we're real excited about that. We're looking forward to Orion continuing that development, and John Wheeler, and thank you for bringing that project, proposing that project to the city and partnering with us on that. Lots of developing happening downtown. We're also excited about Spectrum relocating its administrative offices here downtown with North Monroe, and we appreciate their collaboration, and certainly want to thank Sam Cummings for his partnership with that development as well. The Park and Recreation Department was able to get their strategic plan adopted by the City Commission on last night, and it promises to be the roadmap for the responsible expansion of green space, as well as the ability for us to ensure that there are more places for our community to recreate and to experience nature. And so I want to thank the Parks Department for their leadership, and our Parks Director, David Marquardt, for his effort in making sure that that was accomplished, as well as all of our community in providing feedback, and our partners with our park system for providing your support and helping us make that a reality. So lots of stuff happening in our city. I could go on, but unfortunately don't have that much time to do so. Therefore, I look forward to visiting with you next month. See you then.